Hello! I'm going to affectionately call this wonderful, fun segment. I think it's going to be fun just because I get to be entertaining with you.
This wonderful, fun segment that's going to be fun.
We're going to call this segment Cope With Me because I have so many problems, but I like humor. And some people don't like that. So if you're one of those people who shun away or don't like dark humor, this is not for you. You have been warned.
Get out.
If you like dark humor and you like coping,
You're a millennial.
join us! Today, I'm gonna look at Tourette's memes because I have Tourette syndrome, among many other things. But today, we're gonna talk about that with my wonderful, I think he's a human?
Ow.
He said ow. I think he's a human.
It's pretty,
Big assumption, I know.
yeah. Pretty big step there.
So, we're going to start. I'm gonna put them up here
Covering my face.
in future editing me. Covering your face? Like that?
With the memes.
All the memes we're looking at today come from an Instagram page called Ritualistic. Oh, yes, this one is great. When people start faking Tourette's because they think it's cute. Because they saw someone yipping on TikTok. Every day, we stray further from God. I like this one because it's so true.
It did, sadly. People that fake. There's a special place. It you know, my hatred for people that fake problems.
Any sort of mental illness?
Mental or physical ailments.
Or use it as an excuse for bad behavior? My Tourette's while I'm having a tic attack. Evil, much hurt, such dicks. Don't give you much pain. This is true.
That one is true.
It is very true.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, I know. Tic Tacs are the worst. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Because guess what? You're coping with me. So you probably have Tourette syndrome. You are banging with the chair and it is so loud.
I'm sorry.
Me, after I get a concussion from hitting my head, my Tourette's.
Okay, that was so far my favorite.
Okay. You see this scar? No, you probably can't. Yeah, you see you see this scar right here? Yeah. You want to know what I did? I had a paralysis tic and I tried catching myself and I sliced it on the cabinet corner. That's all. Oof. My Tourette's calling people a not okay word. My Tourette's calling people a not okay word, but in a French accent. That's happened to me sometimes, except it's not usually French, it's usually a British accent. I don't know why. The dog in the car next to me when I bark at it. Right back at you, bucko! Barking tics are so real.
When I bark at
Me when my Tourette rage makes me punch a hole in the wall.
You mean like at the old house?
Facts. Rage attacks are the worst. All of a sudden, all of your muscles just start tightening, and you just need to punch things, and it's like you're trying to not punch things, but it's just like, bah, 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 bah. It's not fun.
There are 3 holes in the wall at our old house from that.
And that's just our old house. I know many other people with Tourette's who cannot have walls.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It sucks. We don't want to do it, but our body just does it. My friend, when I make a joke, my friends, when my Tourette's makes me call someone bad word. Every year at fair.
Every day.
Every day. Every day of my life.
In my house.
Me trying to make a good impression on a job interview. My Tourette's. Job interviews suck. Add in anxiety and panic disorders. Ooh, that's a mix. My friends, what you got there? Me saying Hitler puppies. Me, a smoothie.
Remember hopscotch miniguns?
Hopscotch miniguns. Hopscotch miniguns was a tick for a good year.
And if you're lucky, it could be your indie band name.
Remember that, guys. Me, after I'm done with my head shaking tick and have no idea where I am. It really is like that sometimes. Whoa. Well, where am I? That's what it's like. I do it at work constantly. My neighbors, when they hear screaming and cussing coming from my house, the heck are they doing over there? Yeah. Mix that with bipolar meltdowns, and it's just a good time, I guess.
Not really.
No. Strangers, me ticking. Is this a tweaker? It feels like that sometimes.
Are you on drugs?
I have gotten that too many times in my life. All because I tick too much. I move, I twitch, I do all of that stuff. Person who saw someone ticking on YouTube. Look, I've been around the world, okay? Whatever it is, I'll understand. Them meeting someone with Tourette's in real life. There's nothing about this I understand. It's true though.
It's so different.
It is. Well, and it's so different for every single person with Tourette's.
Oh yeah.
I get so often, oh, I wouldn't have thought that you had Tourette's until you said something. Well, that's because I'm probably suppressing. Or it's a good day.
Trying to just deal with it.
Like, you figure out what works, and you figure out how to deal, and you cope. Hence,
You fake being healthy and fine.
Yeah, you kind of
just have to deal with it.
You learn to put a mask on real quick. The wrath of my ticks, suppression, people within eye and earshot.
That's sigh though.
Me, in school trying to be productive, my ticks, hello. Well written, structured, original joke. The media. Coprolalia! The media!
Yep. Probably one of the biggest pet peeves about.
Especially for you.
It's just, it's so stupid. Look, it's a thing that happens, and it's realistically being on the side of living and being in a relationship with somebody that has to deal with it and dealing with coprolalia and stuff like that. It's yeah, I'll chuckle and laugh at some of the things you say, but overall it's like I understand that I know when to stop, and it's not fun. It's, a lot of your tics wind up being painful, just plain flat out painful. And so for the media to look at it as to treat this entire thing, because of how different Tourette's is for each individual person, to treat it all as just one big joke because, oh, well, you got Tourette's, it's got to be coprolalia because South Park said so, or, you know, because TV said so. And it's just like, guys, there's a lot more to this than what you think. It's like, you know, it's like everybody that thinks that depression is just a two-dimensional thing.
Yeah.
Depression is, well, you're sad and you just want to kill yourself. No, there's a lot of different forms of depression. There's a lot of different reactions to depression. It's not just this two-dimensional thing that you can see and understand absolutely everything about it just by looking at it from the outside. Yeah, it's, you know, just looking at all of these problems as like a two-dimensional thing is rather annoying, because it's not, and there's so much more to each of it. And, you know, I'm guilty to a certain extent. I'm sure everybody is that understands this. Everyone's guilty to a certain extent that of thinking this way at one point in their life or another. But the great thing about being human is you can change. You can change your opinion. You can change when you, that's the whole thing. Like, you're supposed to take in new information and change. You can change your opinion with that new information, and change your viewpoint on things. Mm-hmm. But some people just refuse to change because they don't want to change, because they don't see it as a problem. And
that's toxic.
Those are just toxic people. I don't, you know, call it what it is.
Yeah. People who fake Tourette's. People with Tourette's.
Even dogs are afraid of furries.
Me, being content and calm. Raging tic attack. It comes in just like a truck. So true. My Tourette's when I meet someone else who has coprolalia. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
Oh my gosh. When you started watching so many different YouTube videos about people with Tourette's, and all of a sudden you could be having a great day and be calm, collected, you know, just having a pretty mellow day. You start watching YouTube videos of people with Tourette's and you're over there flailing on the couch like you're having a seizure and yelling at the top of your lungs because you're trying to mimic and copy everything that they're doing. And it's
unintentionally.
Just like, unintentionally, of course, but
because it sets up my tics.
It's just so bad.
When someone says I shouldn't suppress because I can't help my tics. Did you maybe take a moment to consider that others had to see this? Suppressing just comes so naturally to me. I don't even notice I'm doing it anymore until I start ticking excessively.
I'm suppressing to save you. I'm trying to help you.
When I'm having a tic attack and someone tries to say anything to me, stop friggin' talking! Your words are like sandpaper to my brain. Usually, it's more of a, I wish I could really respond to you right now, but I can't.
Well, this is a prime example is why it's different, you know.
It's different for everyone.
For everybody.
Everyone has different tics. Everyone has different experiences with tics. Tourette syndrome, and any other mental quirk, it affects everyone differently. And there are still people who don't even think that this is real. And that's just frustrating. My friends, when they're in the car with me and I keep ticking, you like crashes?
You like crashes? You know how they say, like, you know, the inappropriate things to say, you know, scream fire in a movie theater kind of thing? It's like that, but, you know, imagine if it, you know, you said you like crashes every time you had to sneeze.
Like, my Tourette's trying to think of the worst possible thing to say in every situation. Facts. Especially when my coprolalia wants to go off and I'm in church.
Or in front of children.
Or in front of children! Something called CBIT therapy has actually really helped me because I can kind of take one tic that I don't like and channel it into another tic. Doesn't always work the way I want it to work, but it gets the job done. So even if it takes me into like a tic I don't necessarily want, it's usually not a coprolalia tic in front of a child.
Yeah, so instead what she'll try and do is withhold from swearing and instead pass out on the floor.
You're not wrong!
I know. That's why I said it. Don't worry. I kept from saying inappropriate words in front of children and instead gave myself a concussion.
Nobody. My tics. Loud yelling.
You mean like last night, how I was sitting on the couch, you just went, No, I was going to say, you went, hey!
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, what?
Hey!
And
Like
you're
that.
and
That
you're
was
like,
a tic.
And you're like, I wasn't trying to get your attention, I'm sorry. I'm like, then don't say hey to me.
Me telling my mom I threw another one of my phones on the ground and shattered it. I am once again asking for your financial support. I'm sorry, Mom. I've broken a lot of phones over the years. That's why I have an OtterBox.
Hey babe, I dropped the switch.
Panic.
Can you wait until the case gets here? We've had it for a day and a half. Could you wait until... Can you just do me...
At least I didn't throw it across the room.
Can you just do me this one solid and wait to break it until after we get a case on it? And then I can blame the case for being bad. And I'll feel better about it. Can you do me that solid?
Can you just wait?
That's like when we got new phones, we were like, okay, we're gonna get some OtterBoxes because I was like, hey, it'd be a good idea for me for work and for you because you're a destructive, rampaging gremlin. Amazonian
gremlin.
That doesn't make any sense. It's oxymoronic.
I'm an oxymoron.
Oh, okay. And so we got our phones, and I was like, okay, well, we don't really have enough money to buy 2 OtterBoxes today, so I bought one for your phone, and I was just like, okay, I just need to not break my phone for like, a couple weeks, but if you didn't have yours, you would have definitely broken your phone in like a couple hours. Because I feel like you dropped it later that day.
I know what I'm about.
I know what I'm about. I'm about breaking things. I'm about breaking electronics.
I know what my hands do.
I'm an unstoppable force to be reckoned with.
My Tourette's watching me make a fool of myself in public by making my legs tick. I'll be in the grocery store pushing a cart, or the store or anything. If I'm pushing a cart, I tap my toes behind me. Not so much anymore, but it was real bad when I was in high school. I'd be walking in the store and I just tap, tap, tap behind me, so it'd take me like twice as long to get anywhere. Mix that with the OCD. What a mix.
It's really funny when you had your couple of like paralysis ticks in the store. And so I, set you on the ground, and then the employees would come. She okay? Yeah, she's fine.
I'm fine. I'm chill.
I'm fine. Yeah.
I'll be good.
I'll get up in a minute.
You just gotta wait
I'm
for
fine.
it.
Just go away. Let me have my moment.
Oh, I just jog every once in a while. I do CrossFit. I lift competitively. I have a tic tac every day.
Oddly enough, good for your muscles, but at the same time not.
So not. It's like an extensive hyper workout while also intensely overworking out.
Well, it's like anybody out there that's ever used a TENS unit. That's pretty good.
Pretty close.
Pretty close to what it's like, I would think.
That's good.
I mean...
the best, obviously the best example I've ever given and ever heard is it's like a sneeze
Yeah.
that you like just can't hold back.
Yeah. It's like a sneeze, but it causes your arm to throw things across rooms and for you to yell obscene things to.
Or not even just obscene things.
Or just yell the
repeat what others say in sentences, or.
What was the one with penguins that you used to say?
It was a mix of stuff. Penguin socks, penguin miniguns, something penguins. They change and come and go and all that. It's fun. Me minding my own business. Again, seriously, anger, OCD, Tourette's, depression. He lives with me and loves me anyway.
By choice.
By choice.
Consensually.
Me, whenever I go to any function that is over 30 minutes long. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
Oh my
Facts.
gosh. So,
Facts.
so many canceled events. So many canceled things. So many. Sorry, guys.
I'm having a bad day.
She's having a bad day.
And
Don't think we're gonna make it.
And then it just makes you feel even worse.
Hey, I know your child in question is having a birthday party, but I don't think it'd be a good idea to have me around.
Because I'm just gonna be a
kids.
distraction.
I'm gonna scream and probably flail about and maybe break some of your property. I'm
so it's just
sorry.
a better idea if I don't go.
It's just not having a good day.
My urge to tick. My urge to suppress. During work.
Oh my gosh.
Always during work.
Always doing work.
Always during
always
work.
Always
work. And then it surprises me with my sensory processing disorder, and I go into a paralysis tic at work. Oh, and in front of customers. Woo!
Or on the keyboard.
That's the best. Or on the keyboard, yes, especially if I'm actually doing my work. My Tourette's. Me.
So oddly enough, movie does a really good job kind of unintentionally representing it. If you watch it and he's like going through the kitchen and just like fumbling all over everything and everyone's just kind of looking at him like, what is this weirdo doing here? That's basically Tourette's.
We just rewatched that movie not too long ago, and that's like, kind of relatable. Relatable.
It's just winds up being
relatable.
More relatable to Tourette's than I realized.
See, this is why I like this segment. Cope with me. Because I find humor in my coping mechanisms. So, at that, we end. And this was a lot of fun. And I want to do it again. So, I want to do a lot more. And I just want to create. And I'm finally just doing it. Because perfectionists... I'm a perfectionist and I need to get over it. So, have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Obey all traffic laws.